What is up, everybody? Welcome to the first actual video in the trade management series where we go over actual trades I made. And this first one is going to be freaking awesome. This is going to be a reversal trade. So initially I'm long, and then I get out for a one-tick loss, and then I go short for $50. So I want to show you how that works, and we're going to break down Trade Management 101 and why I did what I did. And it's really based off the order flow. So let's take a look at what's going on right now. So as you can see, the price has been bouncing between these two levels. I marked POC for point of control. The sand-colored part on the volume profile is 35,984. That right there is the actual point of control overall for the entire volume profile for the trading session. So I don't want you to get confused here. There's multiple point of controls throughout the trading day, but this is the big one. This is the biggest one of the trading session. So that's why it come out sand color like that. So as you can see, if you look at this chart, we've been really trading between these areas, and then we've been getting stuck on the point of control and then bouncing. So one thing I decided I was going to do here was I decided I was going to take a long, since we're at this POC level, and it's been bouncing off of this area several times throughout the day, actually. If I scrolled back my historical data, it would be bouncing at this point several times. So it does make sense to take a trade here and then exit at the point of control. Watch my how to read volume profile, part 1 and part 2, to understand what's going on here. This is sort of goes off of that. It's sort of a volume profile, fair market value area play. So that's the setup here. And as you can see, it bounced off like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be about the 7th bounce. Now, so it sort of makes sense to go for the long here, but notice anything funny? I'm going to give you a second. Do you see anything on the depth of market that's sticking out like a sore thumb? I see two of them. This A12 and this 706. So let me explain to you what's happened here. The market came up to the point of control area. This 812 stepped in the market kind of last second. Sometimes that can be a fake order. Sometimes that it'll be there and then it'll disappear. It'll cancel out and the market will zip up really quick. So I didn't take that as a serious notion because, again, sometimes those can be fake. But as we came down further, this 706 stepped up. All right? So not only do we have this 812, but we have this 706. I should have known better to go long here because seeing the size step up, that's somebody's chasing this down. And that's what you're seeing right now. Not only do we have the 812, but the 706 confirms that somebody wants to push the market down, or they're trying to hold it down so they can get a long filled up right here, and then they will pull both of these orders off and let it zip up. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. So taking this trade is sort of a fly by the seat of your pants sort of thing. And I don't see this happen too often. It does happen where somebody starts throwing out large orders and they start moving it down as a trade starts to push down. But what I'm going to do is have tight managing skills. So if it doesn't work out for me, I can reverse the trade, especially at this level, because at this level, since we've bounced off of it so many times, This particular level, if we can get through it, it's going to keep going down. So that's something I know. However, when I look at the delta, notice where we bounced off of it once. Look how low the delta is, and now we're at that second point where we're bouncing. The delta, if you drew a line right here, it would sort of go up. So that's sort of like a delta divergence. That's kind of a technical indicator thing. They're not that accurate, but it can give you slight confidence into taking the trade. So theoretically, don't really base a strategy off the delta divergence. It's sort of a confirming indicator. And it can work pretty well at times, but I'm noticing that, and so I'm like, maybe I'll take a shot here because we're right on the POC level. Maybe I can get a few ticks out of it. So that's my thinking behind this, and I'm going to use very, very tight trade management like always. So let's play the video and sort of see how this works out. So I'm just sort of watching the order flow. It's 161 for 63, but it's so stalemated, no market orders are coming in. There they go. They cleared the whole deal out. They drop it down with the 207. Now it's 241 versus 73. So I'm waiting to see what happens here. You can see how I have the finger right here on the red box. I'm considering, if I click on that, I'm considering a market order to the sell side. And that is if we can break this level. Very slow, very slow. Now it's 228 versus 38. But here's a telltale sign right here. Despite the bid being larger than the ask, the buyers are not taking that out. There should be no reason the buyers shouldn't be able to take that out. And then all of a sudden it flashed to 121, and then they hit it with 47. So I'm sort of waiting to see what happens here. I decide to sit in the queue here. Bang. Okay, so I immediately get filled. It's going against me. It's already against me 2 ticks. So this 343 comes up right here. They immediately drop it down, and they immediately clear out this next level. Buyers print back right here, and then the sellers immediately throw in a 343. Notice something different? Remember the large order that was right here? It is gone now. And in fact, it's been gone. So, where was that? Give me just a moment here. I want you to watch that large order. There it is. There's a 749. Watch this. Watch that. Boom, it disappears. Okay? Sometimes they'll flash these large orders and disappear it. I don't know if they're telling other traders to go short. Sometimes you'll see them flash a very large order and immediately cancel it out. So sometimes when you see that, some crazy price action will happen. And this is more advanced order flow analysis. But I'm still going to take a shot for the bounce. Because, again, we got the divergence. I see the A22. Maybe we'll go back to it. Boom. See that? See how they cleared out quickly? Then they clear the next level out. Now, currently it's 286 versus 4. Okay, I can take the 1 tick loss, but hoping for it to come back to take a scratch. That's kind of out the window, and I see that. I see there's 343 here. That's not good for a long position. Remember, this POC is the bounce point, okay? And if I was going to get a bounce, it would have been now. But what that's telling me is the sellers are ready to break this level. And what they're doing is they're putting up a defensive position immediately. They're putting up a defensive position. So my assumption is whoever put that 700 or whatever that large order was around here, they canceled it off and they're moving that over here. And you're about to see. So I'm waiting to see what happens here. You know, I'm like, do I need to scratch this? I got the mouse ready. It's 138 versus 277. I'm just giving it a few seconds to see what happens. That's dropped down to 66. That's not a good sign. Now it's 7. Look how I immediately just click it. And this is how trade management, you're going to get quicker and quicker at identifying this shit. See this 801 that came out? That's bad. That's very bad. This is serious, and shit is about to get real. This thing's about to fucking drop in quickly with somebody putting up that much size. And like I said, the guy who put this order out, put that 700 there. He flashed it. It wasn't there for very long. You can see it right here. And then he canceled it out. And what he's been doing is he's been pushing the trade down. So you can see on the chart here, it came up. He flashed this large 805 order, pushed the market down. It came here, and this guy stepped up with the 700 and pushed the market even down. You know, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. This is a logical bounce point, in my opinion, so I try to go long. Probably wasn't the best decision, but with good trade management, we can turn this into a winner, and that's what I do. I noticed the struggle here, and you can see how I immediately get the hell out of there. So this thing is, see how it's ticking back, ticking back, ticking back? I mean, and then I get back in. I'm getting back in the trade, but this time I'm getting in as a short. So I took a 1-tick loss. Now I have this size in my favor. Okay. Now I know that I'm leaning on this 838. So even though I got in here, there's no way in hell I'm going to get a fill on that 838. No way in hell. Okay. To wait in the queue for that long. So the best thing to do is front run the order. That's what I do. And now it's sort of against me. I would have to take a 1-tick loss right there. But that thing is holding firm. You notice how it came up against me to where if I had to market order out, I would have took a 1-tick loss. But this 800 didn't even hesitate. It didn't pull off. It didn't cancel. Nothing. So that's telling me this ask is firm. Now at this point, somebody's knocking on my door. I have to fucking answer it. So I wanted to get more out of it than what I got. So somebody's like banging on my door right now. So I go ahead and just scalp out $50. So really, minus the 1250, it was a 3-tick win. It was a 37.50 win. But as you can see, it's sort of hesitating right there, which isn't good. But I get the fill. And then at this point, I get up and go answer the door. Notice how that's 1,000 now. So that's a hardcore resistance zone. Oops, sorry. I was trying to scroll down. Let it play. How far does this go down? Oh, yeah, it definitely goes another fucking point. And look, notice that 847 came in right there. Somebody is actively, so the guy you see that keeps putting in these large orders, he's pushing the market down by doing that. He's intentionally shoving the market down. So look, he puts this 847. So this is the point where the price was struggling. He's creating another resistance zone. And really, it's close to the end of day Friday, so this guy may be liquidating or something of that matter. But whoever is doing this has a lot of fucking money, and I can guarantee it's the same fucking guy. So, look, and there you see it again. See this 575 stepping up to the plate? He canceled that order, and he, again, he puts in a large order, and somebody fucking takes it all. Okay? That order didn't get canceled. It just got filled, so 1,088 came in. So I'm not sure if buyers are actually digging in at this point. Oops, sorry about that. That's where I stopped recording it because I knew that was a good trade and I didn't want this massive several hour long thing going on. So let's rewind it and discuss the management perspective on it. So I go for a long. Look how it's hesitating. That 300 sort of pulled off a little bit, but it's still not looking good. And I saw that 7. That was my key to get out. And also this 800 came in at about the same time. And right here, you could still get out. But I take that opportunity to reverse it because I'm like, that's 851. I noticed him put it here. I noticed it came here. And then I noticed it here. I know this is serious shit. And this POC level is the line in the sand. If we can get below it, it's going to tumble. So not only did I get rid of a bad trade through trade management, yes, I had to take a one-take loss, but I identified that this was a good time to reverse it. So instead of just getting out and saying, that's that, I'll just wait for the next good setup, I don't sweat the loss. I immediately take another shot. And as you can see, you have to be kind of quick on that setup. You have to be quick on the finger, on the mouse. You have to be quick on the draw. So let's watch it again. And this is sort of a no-brainer. And I did wait a second because it came up and tested it, and I wanted to see if that 851 was going to pull off. And as you can see, it's really starting to fucking tick between there. But look how it's holding firm. So you had several stall points to get out of the trade there. Of course, there was no breaking even on that one. Ultimately, that's if we could have broke even and then reversed it, we would want to do that. So let's see the trade management on that one again. Really, I think this is the play of the week, too. Just the unusual activity behind it. You don't see this often. You don't see this sort of price action. And just to let you know, if you were looking at a chart, you wouldn't fucking have known some guy kept throwing out large orders and pushing the market down. How the fuck would you know that unless you're looking at the order flow? You don't, right? This is why this system is a superior way to make money in the markets, whether you're a scalper or you're a position trader. And I think if you can master trade management, I feel like taking swing trades definitely can work out for you more often. So, prime example. Let's watch it again. Watch how fast it is and how quickly you have to react to something of this nature. Go back to here. Okay, and it's okay. It's okay to go long here. It makes sense to go long here. Now it doesn't make sense to be long. We got that 322, not looking good. I'm just waiting to see what happens. You got a lot of order flow going against me. It's ticking down. Now it's pumped up to 800. Let's go ahead and take a shot. Let's take a shot. And now they're going to test to see if that 800 is real. So the price is going to keep ticking up. But if you hadn't got out of the trade yet, now's a good time to get the fuck out of the trade and reverse it. So you had plenty of opportunity to do what I did there. Notice how it keeps ticking up and down, okay? Sometimes you'll get to one of these levels and you won't have that large size step in to confirm that we're going to break down off of this major support level. A lot of the times you don't have that large size that confirms that. So keep that in mind. This is a no-brainer of a trade. Let's watch it again. Pretend like you're long, and pretend, go through your head the motions on the mouse. Maybe well, you can't click on this on my screen because it would pause the fucking video. But just you want to kind of go through the motions. I mean, and also building the muscle memory and with hitting the correct fucking box, because sometimes when you're new to this, you'll hit the wrong fucking box and screw yourself. Because there's 4 ways to get in and out of a trade. You have your bid limit, your bid market, your ask limit, and your ask market. All right. So if I want to get into the trade, I can either limit bid right here, I can limit ask here, I can market buy out, or I can market sell out. So between these 4 boxes here, this is where I'm clicking. I'm choosing to click somewhere in these 4 boxes. But just remember, blue in, red out, red in, blue out. So to make things a little easier, whatever side you get in on, you're going to have to manage it from the other side, whether I limit order out or I market order out. So let's watch this. We'll run through it one more time here. I'm just trying to find where that large fucking order is. There it is. And it disappears. See right there how I took the mouse over here? No, let me try and pause it. Give me just a second here. There it is. See how I put the mouse there? I have this yellow line. What I'm doing is I'm measuring from this bounce point to over here, and the delta divergence is above. So it's kind of like a divergence. This is going up where this is going down. So that's why I'm considering along here. And you can see how I'm measuring it out. Getting in the queue, and it was ticking up, and it looked good for a minute, and then it blasted through me. I see that large order. I'm hoping maybe I can at least scratch it, or maybe it'll go back up, but now it's not looking so good. Have the 800. I'm like, okay, maybe I can reverse this because that order's real as fuck, and I've seen the guy put out several large orders from this point forward, so somebody's pushing the market down, and there we have it. And yes, it's going against me 1 tick, but there's no reason to scratch it when you got the large order behind you. That 900, that's a fucking sweet deal. That's good defense. And some fucking asshole's knocking at my door at this point, so now I have to get out. I wanted more. I really did want to get more out of this, but I can't just let this shit go. I didn't want there to be potential profits, and then it comes back on me and that large order disappears. So here we go, just waiting to take profits at this point. Waiting to take profits. I know it's going to take it. Boom, there it is. And then it zips down for another point. And again, let's let it play. So you can understand when you see these large orders chasing the price down, identify that. That's unusual activity. It doesn't happen that often, but when you identify it, there's plays to be had around something like what you're seeing here. Very, very, very unique shit here. You can see where he came in right here. You got that 849, trying to shove the market again. And the thing is, you may be thinking, well, he's not getting a fill. You're right. He's not getting that order. He's already in the fucking market, okay? This guy's got millions, tens of millions of dollars to be able to do this shit. Hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to put that much size in the market at multiple points and to be able. So this is a very, very, very large trader. That is a fucking whale. Okay, that is a whale. All right, so he's already in the fucking market, and yeah, he's flashing these large orders. I know we're supposed to be talking about trade management here, but I want to show you a very unique trading setup here. I mean, look, he flashes the order, what? Right there, boom. He flashes the order at like, what, two ticks above the current market. You may be thinking to yourself, well, how the hell does he expect to get that filled? No, he's not trying to get that filled. He's already in the market. He's been in the market. He's been in the market since somewhere up here. God knows. Who knows? He may have been in the market earlier in the fucking day. Okay? And don't know when he got in, but all I can tell you is when he's flashing these large orders like that, which you're not going to see on a fucking chart. You're not going to see this on a chart. Okay? You don't know. All you see on a chart is the damn price falling off of a potential point of control area. You don't know why the fuck is it falling. This is why it's falling. The guy's already in the trade, and I know he's putting in these large orders a few ticks above the current market, but why is he doing that? He's doing that because people who trade off the depth of market see that, and they're going to trade short with the whale. What they're doing is they're trading short with the whale. Okay, this motherfucker, whoever this guy is, he's the goddamn king of the sea, all right? This guy will eat up big traders and spit them out, all right? This guy is, I am nothing compared to him. I am like this stupid little fish that is on the side of the shark. You know, it's a whale shark or something, and then, you know, the stupid little fish that are attached to him. I'm that guy. I'm no match for the whale. And what he's doing is he's putting in these large orders for people who are trading order flow, for people who are trading DOMs, because oh, we got a new subscriber from Russia. Good, thank you. Welcome. So this guy is he's shoving the market down, and he's showing he's serious. Okay? And remember how we saw the 700 briefly flash earlier in the trade? It wasn't there for very long, and then it disappeared. That could be a signal. I'm still trying to figure this out for myself. That could be a signal to take a short to other whales and sharks. And he's putting these defensive positions in to continue to shove the market down, because buyers are not going to get through that 819. This guy is serious, and he's bringing the defensive position down, and he's keeping that defensive position down slightly behind the market at this point. Okay, now when I reversed, I mean, this was a key position, okay, because short-term traders like to trade market value area, and what he was doing was creating a wall here, and this was a long-term trader doing a breakout trade, a downtrend. So we went from short-term trading in this area here, in the market value area, to a breakout trade, okay? And this was a long-term trader, and that's exactly what he's doing, and he's shoving the market down, and he's putting up defensive positions as the market continues to go down. And I'm sure black box trading or algorithmic trading is seeing this, and I'm sure the algorithmic trading is trading short based off of this and front-running it. So that's just all theory, but it makes a lot of sense. And I'm pretty fucking sure it's all one fucking guy. And what I did was, you know, I identified it, I cut the trade, I reversed. Really, it's trade management. And I took a hold of this opportunity. I didn't just get out and be like, ah, shit, that's it. I reversed the trade, okay? The trade management, I want you to keep that in your head. Watch this video again. Okay, and this is just a really good video overall. I mean, this isn't like a go-to strategy for me because it doesn't happen that often, but when it happens, identify it and trade with it. And definitely like this video, keep this particular video in your arsenal so that way you can eventually watch it again. So if you see something like this, you can identify it and go with it. So I knew that I would potentially have to get out of this trade when I took it because we tested it so many times. You can only test this level so many times before it's going to break through. But again, we're at the main point of control. So this is like a fucking black hole, and it's going to continue to suck the price to it. So, you know, that whole deal right there was a very very rare glimpse into some unusual trading activity. And hopefully that alone helps you understand the importance of order flow. Because you're not going to see that on the chart, and you wouldn't be able to take advantage of that opportunity. And these numbers are important. They tell us a story. And I smelt out a big player. I mean, it was sticking out like a fucking sore thumb. You know what I mean? It's so obvious. It's so fucking obvious. How could you not take that trade? How could you have not taken that short that I took? So, I mean, that could have been my home run trade of the day. That could have been my grand slam. I could have took $100 out of it, but again, some dick bag was knocking on my fucking door, and I had to get out of it. So, hopefully you learned something from this. This is a fantastic fan-fucking-tastic setup. Rewatch this fucking video. Okay, understand the trade management. This is in the trade management series. This is the number one thing that you have to understand. Trade fucking management. Why did I do what I did? What was the order flow telling me? Why did I take a loss? Why did I fucking go short? Why did I reverse it? Okay? And this was such an obvious, they're not as obvious as this. Taking a reversal trade, cutting for like a break even or loss or whatever, and immediately reversing a trade isn't as textbook as this example, okay? Sometimes you'll have that opportunity, but you're not going to have the large size backing it up. So this is such a textbook example. Like this fucking video, man. Like this video. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right, I'm done saying how great this fucking video is. You guys, fucking good luck out there.